Hello, hello. And I can hear myself. Fantastic. Oof. What a week. I didn't even realize it was Saturday until about 4 hours ago. And then I realized, oh yeah, I have to stream on Saturdays. Oh yeah, I have my SS2 meetings on a Saturday. Oh yes, I have to do some shopping on a Saturday. So, absolute mad rush around. And I'm not late because I forgot that I had to stream. I remembered in time for that. I'm late because shopping took a little longer than I anticipated. But, whew, I got here in time. Almost didn't though, because I remembered to update OBS this time. Yay. However, for some reason it decided that it wanted to stream at the resolution of my highest screen, even though I put it down to standard resolution. But for some reason OBS had everything 4K, and so all the elements that I have on OBS were all shrunk into a corner. And you'd think, oh, that's easy, you just drag them all back and that's an easy fix. But some pages have like 5 or 6 or 7 elements, and the alerts are all aligned perfectly. So if I move everything, they won't be aligned anymore. So very quickly had to Google how to change resolution on OBS. Found the answer quite quickly, so I made it just on time. Just on time to stream, so crisis averted. I am technically half an hour late, but sometimes I start half an hour earlier. Apparently sometimes I start half an hour later, so it is what it is. How is everybody? We all okay? Am I sounding okay audio level wise? That's always something I should check, just in case. Yes, the live stream struggles. I can see why the people who do this, you know, somewhat full-time, they have like a studio, and the studio is just for streaming, and that way everything is set up, and it's perfect, and you don't touch it, and there's nothing you need to worry about. Whew. But let's, fingers crossed, hope Fallout launches. Now, last time we had an interesting issue, which I'm hoping has fixed itself, where all of the audio for the player just disappeared. And I have no idea why. I don't think it's a bug with SS2. I don't think it's anything to do with any of the other mod fixes that I have. I think it's somehow a vanilla bug that I've triggered, because I swear I've seen this before somewhere. Oh, and Fallout 4 streaming at 4K as well. That's not good. How am I going to fix this? Oh, it fixed itself, I think. I don't like this. Okay, let's, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Okay, no, that's right. Or is it? Let me check my display settings. No, that's correct. Okay, Fallout 4 is just being weird. Hopefully this looks good. And let's see. No. Fallout 4 is at 4K. But I didn't change anything. Okay, we need to fix this. I'm starting to think streaming is just... It's not worth it, clearly. It's so much of a hassle. I lie, it's fun. I just wish things worked out of the box. Okay, why has that gone to 4K? I didn't change any settings. Let's see. Big and loud. Well, that's good. At least you can hear it. Okay, I know what to do, I think. So because I'm using a modded Fallout 4, of course, there are certain tweaks that have been made to the engine. And I know if I just launch it the usual way through Steam, which will have the pop-up that will allow you to change the resolutions, that isn't going to work how it usually would. But there we go. I found an INI tweaker that I use with all this crazy modding stuff. And let's see what it says. Oh, it wants me to close mod organizer. I think that's fair. Okay, let's close that. Let's open this. Yes, that resolution is too big. We're going to put it down. There we go, that is reasonable. I'm wondering if last time OBS was giving me a warning of the audio level, or the audio bitrate, or something. It didn't like it. It says you're streaming at not enough. So it could be that I was accidentally somehow streaming Fallout 4 at 4K. I just didn't know. So I'll just do a quick test and see if that works. That is kind of cool to know, though. If you have your screen's resolution on your desktop lower than a game's resolution, the game will automatically just boost the resolution up, assuming it's running full window. I'm new to 4K screens, so this is brand new knowledge to me. But good to know. I can file that away, and it'll be useful in a year or two, maybe. Okay. Let's launch back up Mod Organizer. No, I don't want to update. I'm not doing that now. Oh, what? No! Oh, do not tell me. Is it trying to launch Fallout 4 on the wrong screen now? Why are you... Why? No! Why are you doing that? Now Fallout 4 is launching on my other screen. I don't know why. Okay, this is my primary screen. I didn't change any other settings. Okay, let's move Mod Organizer down to my primary screen. Maybe it cares where you launch it from. Run. Fallout 4. Oh, can I swear yet? Why? Why are you doing this? Fallout 4 is launching on my secondary screen. Which I suppose isn't the end of the world, but it means I'm now facing this way instead of this way, and maybe you can hear the difference. I can't really move my mic over here. Okay, okay. There must be a way to switch which screen something's streaming on while it's full screen and working. Normally it would be start and you press an arrow key if it's a window. We'll switch it over and move it around. It doesn't work when it's full screen. This is, again, nothing I've had to deal with before. Why aren't things simple? Whose fault is this? Who can I blame? Give me a name. If Cobus is in the chat, I'm blaming Cobus. Why? Okay, end task. Let's launch that INI again and see if that broke something somehow. Ah. I'm glad you're not seeing all this. It's just opening the game, closing the game, opening the game, closing the game. I'd just be giving everyone a seizure. That's not good. When in doubt, blame Todd. Alright, Todd. Toddy Todd. Okay. Stream in borderless mode. That's fine. I can't see anywhere that tells it which screen to use as its primary screen. Interesting. I might have to quickly Google this. I mean, the easy, quick solution would be if I just unplug my secondary screen. All the window settings would likely force it to stream on the screen I want it to. That's kind of brute force, though, and I have a feeling would be more messing around than I want to do. Okay. I wonder if there's a setting in Mod Organizer. Okay, I'm just going to try. Run? This is so weird. I don't know why. Okay, I'm going to have to Google this. Let's see. Okay. Move a full screen game? Okay, full screen app to another monitor. That might get it to me. No, I do not want to accept your cookies. Drag the game window. Yeah, I can't do that. Use special window settings. Okay. Minimize the full screen game. You can press the Windows key and M, or any of the shortcuts your game supports. Following that, press Window key and I to open Windows settings on your computer. Okay. Windows key M. That minimizes everything. Windows I just opens my settings. I don't get it. Maybe this is only for Windows 11. You know how, like, you kind of know a lot about computers. You've been using them all your life. You're pretty tech savvy. And then just something happens and you're like, I don't know what to do here. I've never had this come up before. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Hopefully you're amused by it. At least then we're getting something out of it. Okay. That's my main monitor, but let's... I might have to do a quick reset of my computer. I really don't want to do that. That's so much messing around. Like, not to brag, but I'm pretty good with technology. I'd say I'm advanced intermediate. I can fix most problems I've encountered before at some point. But this, even though it's a very minor, small thing, I bet it's a very simple solution. It's like, oh, you just hit this key and that key, and it just moves it across. I've never had to do that before. It's just never became an issue. Let's see. Well, at least I'm seeing in some of the comments for these how-tos, people are saying that doesn't work. This should be more simple. So maybe it just is a limitation of the system that's just been never thought of. I suppose I could launch the game in a window and move it over. Maybe that would work. I also hate on all these websites, there's just pages and pages of text to read, and you just do A and B. That's all you need. The drag and drop method. Well, I've tried that, but I can't because it's not a window. Keyboard shortcut. The following method will work as a combination of keys and shortcuts, simplest effort, blah, blah, blah. If you want to move a program's window from left to right screen, you have to press Windows, Shift, and Right. Okay, let's try that. Windows, Shift, and Right. So close to what I normally do, but with the Shift key added. If this works, we've uncovered new knowledge. We must share it with the world. Okay, it's full screen, so I'm going to hit Windows, Shift, and the right key. It made the game small. It's still in my secondary monitor. Windows, Shift, right. I don't think this is doing what it's meant to be doing. It's doing something. It's squashed the game. Oh, we're having technical difficulties. I don't understand. You know what? I'm just going to do the brute force method. I'm gonna unplug my secondary monitor, force everything onto my primary, and hopefully things keep working. Okay, brute force time. I'm done messing around with this now. I'm annoyed. Now I just gotta figure out which monitor is which. Hmm. Help if I had easy access to my monitors, which I don't. I'm gonna unplug this one, maybe. Alright, I unplugged the right one. Fantastic. Okay, OBS is still working. Fantastic. Okay, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to launch the game now that I only have my primary monitor and my tiny little tertiary monitor, which I'm hoping doesn't cause an issue. And I bet Fallout 4 launches on my primary, which is what I want. Then I'm going to plug my secondary back in, and I bet it just moves back on over there. In which case, I don't know what to do, and I might just have to play it on that monitor. But let's try. Also, you can hear one of my dogs barking. Or howling. Okay. Let's do a quick... Okay, it's detected that's gone. We're going to launch Fallout 4. I swear, if it launches Fallout 4 on my... It did. It launched it on my tiny, tiny little monitor. Now I have to unplug that one. Why are you doing this to me? I have this very small monitor that a friend gave me that I use just to watch YouTube videos and things, because it's pretty damn small. It's like a touchscreen thing that customers are meant to use where he worked, and they were getting rid of it, so he's like, yeah, you can have it. So do I want the game to go on my main large screen? No. Clearly, I want it on the tiny, tiny, tiny screen, which I'm now going to unplug as well. There, I have one screen. There is only one place you can do this now. And if you don't, I'm going to cry. Can't see chat right now because everything's got smooshed onto my primary monitor. I will organize things shortly. God, we're going to be starting like an hour late instead of half an hour today. Come on, Fallout. And apparently my small monitor got plugged back in. Let's try again. Plug this one. There, it's fully unplugged. You cannot consider that a connection now. We run Fallout 4. Okay, it looks like it's using the correct screen. I'm so happy. Come on, Fallout 4, launch. Fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to plug my secondary monitor back in. And hopefully it doesn't just move over to it, because if it does, I will scream. Which I'm sure will be very funny for everyone, but not for me. Okay. It didn't move Fallout 4 over. It did smoosh it, but I think if I just minimize the game and maximize it. Okay, I think we're making progress. Slow, slow progress. Oddly enough, though, I think it has... No, okay, that's fine. Okay, we're going to move OBS back over here. Get over there. What the? It's reset the resolution on my primary screen. So that's why Fallout was not being happy. I see the chat is keeping yourselves amused. Thank you very much. I think I got it. I just need to find my streaming YouTube screen so I can keep track of comments. Move that over to my secondary. Okay, I can see that now. Yay. I've had to listen to the entire Fallout 4 opening music sequence, which I don't think I've done since the first time I played. So at least I've got that going for me. Hooray! Continue. Can everyone see the game? Okay, I'm in. I'm looking around. I see Jake. Okay, so where we last left off, we just done Runners and Gunners, and then we had done Dark Horizons, where we return and find Lupe in the power well over here. Let's see if the player's voice has been fixed.
Hey there.
Yep, Jake has nothing to say, but the voice is fixed. Great. Fantastic. Okay, now we can play Fallout 4 and talk about fun things, not technical issue things. If there's anything in chat that was added to me whilst I was having a breakdown, I did not see it, I'm afraid, so feel free to copy-paste and I will respond to anything that was asked or said that you want my attention on. Now, I think this is one of the cases where we have to wait 24 hours or so for the next quest, so we'll dump off some equipment, go see if Lupe wants to talk, and then just sleep. Okay, looks like we've got the Concord people back. That's nice. We got Lupe. She hasn't changed out of her... Oh, no, it's Lupe. It's not Concord people. It's because she's not changed out of her uniform yet. Although you will see I've got a mod that does alter some outfits. I don't like that it does this to the to this particular outfit. This one shouldn't have weird little things here. I don't like that. So we're just going to ignore that, pretend that doesn't exist.
Hi again. You want to talk?
Now, I can't remember if I want Lupe's lines to be here or not, if I want them delayed or not. Because I think we can ask her questions about Jake. And originally, when this was set up, it was assumed that this would be later on. And Jake and Lupe would be in the same area, and you can ask Lupe questions. And we assume some time has passed. They've had a bit of time to catch up and talk to each other. So technically speaking, this is a little bit too soon. However, it's been altered so this didn't used to work at all. Because if an actor isn't in the area, then this can't fire right now. So you just get silence from Lupe. But now we can ask her about it, and it will just skip the Jake lines if he's not there. So,
Not now. Let's talk later.
we'll talk later. And hopefully it works later with Jake around. For now, let's dump off some equipment, because it looks like I'm very close to my limit here. So I want to keep that shotgun. I like that shotgun. I want to keep that rifle. Ooh, combat rifle. Keep that. Okay, hunting rifle, bayoneted hunting rifle. That does 37. That does 40. Same ammo type. Interesting. Oh, it's because it's heavy. Okay, we'll keep the heavy one. Ooh. At some point I need to do a... I just going through all my equipment and organizing and crafting. It's just... That's not fun. That's not what we're here to see. We are here to see SS2 gameplay. Okay, I'm going to keep that army helmet, because sometimes the bear hats, that just doesn't cut it when it comes to combat. Okay, and... I mean, I should dump all of my junk off at a settlement. But we'll just dump it up here now. We can pick it up later. I don't have that much. Ammo doesn't weigh anything in this game mode. Okay, we're good. Let's rest. I don't have many rads, so I think we're okay for now. We don't need to go find a Nightingale Doctor. At this point in the game, though, if you do need to find a Nightingale Doctor, you should be able to find one at the... Oh gosh, what is it called? the trading outpost, Drummond Diner. There we go. And there is one there for the very particular purpose of, I enjoy this beginning bit of the game where you're kind of low level. I mean, we're past it now, but when you start the game, you're low level and you're scrounging for equipment, and you can rush off to Diamond City, but I enjoy the beginning of your character, yeah, finding out all the equipment. Oh. Okay. Who was that? Is it a courier? Do you not want to talk to me?
Excuse me. I got a letter for you.
That's... Okay. I think he was trying to pathfind his way to me. I'll finish my thought before I go on that. I've completely forgot what my thought was. Okay, survival. So I enjoy playing survival. I like the early portions of a game where you're really sort of scrounging around. However, there are no doctors in the early area of the game. So if we just break out this and look at our map, I'd say this area, sort of around, just around the sanctuary a little bit, it's a great little starting area. It's designed really well. You can tell they put a lot of craft and care into a lot of these beginning zones where a lot of players, this is where most players will experience most of the content. The more you move out from this area, the less and less you're going to see, just because, you get bored, you get burnt out. You don't want to go through every single building every single time. So every time you play, it's brand new, it's fresh, you loot everything. The amount of times I've gone to the Super Duper Mart in Lexington, I think it's in Lexington, the one I'm thinking of. I love looting that with all the ghouls. That's so much fun. But by the time you get down here, you're done with it. Anyway, this little bit, no doctor. So if you get ill or, rad poisoning, I think the nearest you have is in Covenant, which is around here somewhere, which I'd say is mid-level. So you kind of have to rush through things, and you're triggering all these encounters, and it's like, I don't want to do that yet. So that is why we have a Nightingale at the Drummond Diner, and that was actually the inception of the Nightingales. They are born out of my frustration of not having an early game doctor. Now, there is another faction that, fingers crossed, I want to get in one day. Gaff is like, I don't want that faction, because... just because it does touch on a feature you get later on, which is fast travel. And you get that by building the caravan plots. But again, it's the idea of this is something I want to introduce to the players to have access to early game. So you have an early game doctor, and you have an early game, but very limited, and it costs you caps fast travel. And I like the idea of progression. So you got to pay for it, it's limited, but the more effort you put into your settlements, you make your own fast travel, and it's free. So I need to sell it to him, and if I can do that, we'll get in a very small minor faction one day that I would like. But they had a similar inception as the Nightingales. I was frustrated with no doctors, and so I just said, I want a doctors faction. I gave the job to Cynical. I said, go write this. Go write these characters. And she did a great job. But if we didn't have my early game frustration, there would be no Nightingales. Who is this letter from? Courier, who walks off the rooftop for some reason?
From who?
Some old guy. Sorry, didn't catch the name.
Old guy, you say? And who are you, Courier?
Sorry, who are you?
I'm just a courier.
Interesting. He's just a courier, or is he? I'm gonna ruin things a little bit. If we do get some more future content in at a certain point, this guy won't just be a courier. He'll have a slightly different line to say that. I'm not going to ruin too much, but go away, courier.
Get lost.
Become a courier, they said. Everyone respects a courier.
Now, what was this letter? Miscellaneous. What is it called? I've probably scrolled past it. Let's see. ASAM notes. Rognak, HQ memo. He did give me the letter, right? Is it in junk? No. Where'd he go? Hey, you. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly save. Give me my letter. There he is. Okay, that's interesting. He is meant to give you the letter as soon as he greets you. Cal! Notes! So when the courier greets you, he should hand over the letter right away. I don't know. Maybe I kind of like it. Haha, now you're naked. I kind of do like it that if you tell him no, you don't get the letter. It is an optional quest. But the idea is that you can be rude to him, you can be nice to him. I'll think about it. Write a note for that. You've already done past Dark Horizons, right? This quest won't work, surely. I think we're... No, we're good at this point. It's, Oh, what quest is it? It's not happened yet, though. I don't think. But we'll see. Hello there. I've got, if you got some minutes to spare, come see me. I've got something I'd like to give you. Old Paul. Old Paul. And this is the Margaret quest. Oh, search Old Paul's body. Wait, no, we've not done that yet. Did that just... oh, search the body of the courier. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're both getting mixed up there. So at this point, that hasn't happened yet. We haven't gone to the vault. There hasn't been that kidnapping incident yet. Okay, Old Man is gone. We're going to meet with Old Paul. I forgot where we left him. We left him over here. Yeah, at a certain point, this quest, you will lose it if you don't go talk to Old Paul in time. And we'll also see if Margaret's been fixed. So, where is Old Paul? Having a fight over here, it sounds like. Sounds about right. Hey, Paul?
Well, hello there, young'un.
Oh, he's got a brown face.
Does these old bones good to see you again.
Paul, that
Keeping
is...
safe out there in the waste, I hope?
Please, Paul, we've talked about this. You can't do this anymore. But how are you, Paul?
How's it going, Paul?
Not bad. Despite all the new activity in the Commonwealth, most folks seem hopeful. In no small part because of you. Anyway, I won't keep you too long. I know you're real busy these days. I just wanted to give you this. Here, take it. It's all yours.
Okay, so I'm not sure why this happens. I know there's a technical reason for it, that we see this and not the gun. I think it's because it's meant to be leveled somehow. Ideally, I'd like to see the gun, because it's cooler if you see a gun. And I do remember a lot of reports of it's just like an ordinary rifle. It's meant to be a rifle with certain attachments and a legendary effect. So we'll test that shortly. Also, I just saw a message. Let me read up. Canuck says, you could tie the fast travel in with Brannigan. Possibly. Brannigan's not one of my characters. That could work. I'll have to investigate him a little bit. All of the Concord characters, I think Brannigan's a Concord character. Could be wrong. They were leftover settler characters that never got finished by the original writers, I think. So the writing was repurposed and they were made into Concord residents. Did I just call them Conqueror residents or Concord residents? I don't know. Concord is where they live. So Brannigan, I'm not sure who wrote Brannigan. But I'd have to check into the story. I remember roughly what it's about. But let's see
Made it myself.
what this
Very
rifle's like.
special. Should help keep you safe. Consider it a thank you. Not only from me, but from all the people your ASAM sensors have helped.
Thank you, Paul. I will use my perk, which won't give me a perk response yet, but maybe in the future.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'm impressed.
Take care of it.
I'm gonna pretend
and
I got
it'll
XP for
serve
that.
you well. Oh, one more thing. Making that rifle brought back a lot of memories. Made me pine for my gunsmithing days. So I started thinking, maybe I'll build me a new store in one of your settlements. Get back into the firearm business. I'll keep you informed of my progress. Okay now, I won't keep you no longer. Safe travels.
Of course, Paul. Of course you'll make a store. Okay, let's see. Let's see. 3 weapons. Margaret, okay. See, that's interesting. That looks fine there. I wonder what the preview window issue is. It looks like it does have the legendary effect. 50% against synthetics. Okay, it's looking like that's all fixed. That's wonderful. but it's a bit underwhelming when old Paul hands you a cardboard box and says, "Here you go. I made it just for you." Thanks, Paul. Thanks. Okay, I don't think we've heard from Jake yet. Are there any beds here? Can we steal someone's bed? Don't think I have them. Oh my gosh. These guys did not do a good job clearing this place out. Ah! Is that all of them? Lazy. Okay, there's going to be a bed in here. We're going to use this bed. Oh, already in use. Everyone's using these beds. Is there... I mean, I could just build a bed. I suppose. Okay, no ghouls. Let's sleep a few hours and see if we get a call from Jake. Unless it already popped up and I didn't notice. Nope. Don't think so. Maybe it's 2 days rest. I wanted to loot that then, but it's a static object. Just decoration. Okay, we're just gonna sleep again. I know some people don't like that we do this. I think we do it in, like, maybe 5 times through all of the chapters. But it is generally because, hey, you need to go do some settlement stuff, which we really should be doing if we were playing properly, but we're not. But that's the idea of those pauses. It's go engage with the mechanics, go do some vanilla content, go, explore. But some people only want to play SS2, which is flattering, really. They don't want to play that rubbish vanilla game content, which I still think's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Interesting. Let's travel back to Concord. But I think once we release everything, and we're not going to be making any more SS2 stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if... Ooh, Concord's built up, nice. I wouldn't be surprised if we do create a... like, once SS2's essentially been done, it's just in maintenance. We only fix minor bugs and so on. I wouldn't be surprised at that point we have here's a version with all of the story stripped out. And you can just play with all the mechanics. Technically you can do that with SS1, but I've seen people saying, no, I want all the SS2 stuff with none of the story, even though you can skip it with cheats. People, they're not happy. And I wouldn't be surprised if we had a different version where it's all of the mechanics stripped out and it's just the story. But what's going on here, Jake?
Excuse me.
You okay there?
Okay, he's going about. We can talk with Lupe now.
Hi again. You want to talk?
Let's talk.
Tell me about yourself.
I don't really know what to say.
She's dedicated to the radio. She won't stop listening.
But you already know that. Oh, I build stuff. I'm real good at that. My dad used to say I could build a gun out of a radio. Or a radio out of a shoe. Although I can't. Just in case you were going to ask me to. I used to live in Quincy. But that's gone.
She looks really stressed out.
So I guess now I live here. I help Jacob and you. I like it. It's fun and safe. Relatively speaking.
What do you know about him?
Jacob? We're old friends. He used to come to my repair shop all the time. But after the Gunners took Quincy and recruited me, I thought I'd never see him again. I had no idea Jacob was in Concord, or that Algernon was sending our squad to his workshop. You see, I was kind of on the team that kidnapped Jacob. I didn't know it was him, but still, I feel pretty bad about it.
Ooh, interesting. So Jake is meant to interject there. I wonder if he's too far away. He was just behind us. Maybe he walked off.
So what do you do here?
Mostly, I help build with whatever Jacob thinks we need. He's pretty good at building stuff, but I'm better. Anything else you'd like to know?
Not now. Let's talk later.
Jake? Were you not listening? Okay, let's move to player. Yeah, wasn't Jake selected maybe? No, that's Jake. Did I do the... Is it move... What? What's the command? Move? Move to player. Okay, I must have typed it wrong. So we're gonna get him here. We're just gonna test that again. Stand right there, Jake. Don't move.
Hey.
Hi again. You want to talk?
I want to talk about those exact things we just talked about.
What do you know about him?
Jacob? We're old friends.
Oh?
But after the Gunners took... I had no... You see, I was kind...
We've already been over that,
Okay.
and I told you, you
He was
don't
a
need to
bit too far away.
apologize. You couldn't have known. And for the last time, would you call me Jake? Should have never told you Jake was short for Jacob.
Anything else you'd like to know?
Cal, more notes for you. We need to change the distance of which Jake will or won't interact with Lupe's comments. Because standing just over there, he should be close enough to hear that. There we go. So I've just seen the chat. Never heard that before. Yep. So, originally this was set up, I think, no matter how far away Jake was, as long as he was in the same cell, you'd hear him talk. So usually I saw quite a few ways on the roof, tinkering away. So I guarantee that the distance has been turned down to not let that happen because it's very silly. But it's been turned down a bit too much, so he's standing across the room and he's just ignoring you. And then people miss dialogue. So let's ask this one.
So what do you do here?
I think we'll have a Jake
Mostly, I help build with
interjection again.
whatever Jacob thinks we need. He's pretty good at building stuff, but I'm better.
You may think I'd take exception to that, but she's right. Girls are natural. Makes me feel ashamed to pick up a screwdriver.
Oh, I didn't mean... You're still really good at... lots of stuff.
Lupe, I'm good at plenty. Put a toaster in front of me, I'll get that thing singing show tunes. But when it comes to making something from scratch, you're the man for the job.
Anything else you'd like to know?
Not now. Let's talk later.
Yep, see? You didn't hear that, Billy. And don't think I don't know that name. I know what you're doing. Okay, now, I'm fairly sure the next quest should have started by now. I don't think there's anything else we're meant to do. I think it's just a timed issue. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. We could do some side quests. I won't have too much to talk about those in terms of... You know what, let's do them. I was about to say, I didn't work on these quests personally, but I do know some of the history with them, so let's start with the Powell family. Where are they? Oh, yeah. So, this quest, it comes from Planet X. This was a No. Well, we had... Okay, so these two quests were originally written by other people on the team. Hello, children of Adam. Who were sort of brought in to do some side writing. And I can't remember what the issue with Planet X was. But it was deemed that it needed a rewrite. And so Cynical was brought in and she did a rewrite of the quest. And so that's what gives us the quest in its current form. We're going in the right direction, yes, sir. I can't remember off the top of my head what the major differences were with this particular quest. If Cynical is in the chat, she might remember and be able to contribute. Like, I remember, I think Franklin the alien existed, but had a different role. I can't remember if he was more of an antagonist. I think many of the... I think there was a Sun character as well. It wasn't just Katie. Oh, there's Cynical. Okay, Cynical. If you're willing to type up a short little snippet of what it was that this quest used to be like. It would take too long. Ah, okay. Is there any interesting points you can sum up that might jog my memory? And then I might be able to recall and share some details of development. I will say, finding this location to put this, so I don't think this cliff face here with the entrance, this doesn't exist in vanilla game. This had to be added because the place that I wanted to use initially in my head was I can't see it yet, is the Nuka World transition. There's an area that's like empty and void of anything, and I went, oh, this is perfect. And I didn't have Nuka World installed at that point. And I don't know if Bethesda left that area empty for that very purpose, or if they too just walked the entire map and found an area that had nothing going on and said this is perfect to put a farm. Well, they didn't say it's perfect to put a farm. They said it's perfect to put a transition to our new area. I said it's perfect for a farm. So, after we lost that, I had to look all over the Commonwealth again to find a cave entrance. And thankfully, I found one that wasn't too far away, so it became this little area here. And this is an area that was designed by Business Vulture, who I think had a very vague description of it. I was like, is this what you want? I was like, yep, perfect, you nailed it. So, where is someone? I know he's there. I know he's there.
Hold it right there, stranger.
There he is.
Excuse the pointed gun routine, but I'm not expecting a caravan today. So, why don't you tell me what you're doing here?
Don't you want my help?
Oh, help! I see. Is this the part where you helpfully donate some bullets? Maybe relieve me of the burden of wealth, as if I didn't have enough... Wait, you actually sound like you mean that. Oh, I'll be. Did the Ron actually send you?
Mr. Slick himself.
Well, now I know for sure you were talking with him. He leaves an impression, doesn't he? Huh, I have to admit I'm a bit embarrassed about the gun now. I'll just, put that away now. Whoop. Well, let's get inside before it gets...
Everyone loves that whoop.
My
That's
wife's
a great
better at
whoop.
making guests feel welcome after I pointed a gun at them.
So, I think it's a darn shame. I love this area that Business Vulture made. I think I gave him an image reference of this sort of water thing here, of like a little dam that they've made to sort of filter down into this bit. And he did it. He made this lovely little waterfall. I was very happy. There's so much effort put into this area, and we're essentially taking the family away because they say this area sucks and we want to move away. And that's a shame.
Plus, the mistress came up with the plan.
It's a lovely
and she told
little area that I like.
exactly what he needed to do.
Super secret submarines, a cruise ship, and the mistress of mysteries. Now I know why you like this one so much.
And there are the two lovely ladies of our humble manor. Jules, Katie, I have good news for a change. Looks like we have a place to relocate after all.
Oh, thank God. I mean, welcome to our home. Make yourself comfortable. Can I offer you something to drink? Not sure if you'll like what's on offer, though. I've got fermented brain fungus beer, or glowing mushroom tea with an extra kick to it. Though, I guess it's kind of an acquired taste. Are you even thirsty? I probably should have checked first.
I'm good for now, thanks.
Probably for the best. It's still experimental. Brain fungus is either chewy like rubber or hard as a brick. The sweet spot between those is tricky. I suppose I should keep the glowing mushrooms for Radaway. If we're moving out this soon, we'll need it for the trip.
All right, that concludes the introductions, the tour, and the formal welcome dinner. Short and sweet. Not much to look at, I know, but she's been home to us for a long time. I guess now that you're here, we'll be moving on soon. We started preparing weeks ago when we realized that the last crop wasn't gonna get us through the next season. Still a couple things left to pack, though. If you're feeling impatient, ask Jules. She'll know what still needs to be done. You need anything from me?
I'm gonna pull back the curtain on some developments. So anyone who might remember the teaser trailer for Chapter 3, you see Salvador for the first time in that trailer. Now, Salvador is a face that we've had for about 5 years. He was designed very early on to fulfill a certain role in a quest. With many other characters, he changed and evolved over time. He got put aside, had to be delayed, and eventually he got brought back for Chapter 3 in a slightly bigger role than was first anticipated for him. But we needed a military person, and he fit it quite well. So the face we had for Salvador actually got lost. So I had to remake it. And that's the face you see in that Chapter 3 teaser trailer. However, the hair. The hair was something that was decided didn't work for the face, and especially the voice that we got him. Now, the voice is what I wanted, but it was maybe just a little bit deeper than we were all expecting. And so it was decided that he needed a hair change. And I didn't want to use any of the vanilla hairs. We try and make our main characters look special in some way, either a unique outfit, a unique hairstyle, which what we normally do is a combination of two pre-existing vanilla styles, and you can sort of do some weird things where you mix the meshes together. And so I was looking for all the vanilla styles and thinking, what can we combine? When I came across, if I can just wiggle my camera, and I came across this hairstyle. Stay still, Alex. Look familiar, anyone? It's the same hairstyle. I thought, you know what, that would work really well for Salvador. And so we just literally reused that same style, which I think is a combination of two vanilla ones. So Alex Powell and Salvador share the same hair. There you go. That's some insight you can never get out of your mind now. Let's go.
You ready to head
Alex.
out?
Mentally, no, but sentiment doesn't make the crop come in any better. Trust me, I've tried that and about a million other things. If you're itching for something to do to speed things up, ask Jules. She can get particular about the order things get packed in.
I agree, Cal. I love Sal's voice. The voice actor
Watch your
nailed
step
what I
in the
wanted.
cave. Lots of our mushrooms grow wherever
Gave
they
a
please.
fantastic performance.
On second thought, stomp away. We're moving anyway.
Now, some people might not know. You don't have to do this quest that I see many people do
We're
it
all
in the way
eager
they
to
do.
get going.
Rearrange those words so it makes
We've
sense.
got most of our things packed up besides what had to wait until the last minute. But the biggest problem right now is that our Brahmin, Nessie, got out of her pen last night and wandered off. Any chance you could lend a hand and go search for her while we wrap up here? We should be ready to go once you're back.
So if I'm remembering, I'm going to quick save here. If I'm remembering, at this point you can just tell them, no, I don't want to look for your stupid cow, and that's it. That's the quest over with. They move out. So let's see if we can do that.
We'll have to do this later.
I suppose we'll be packing up for a while if you'd like a moment to breathe and look around. Let me know if you decide to help search for her.
Let's see. I think we
Hey.
can.
Have you made up your mind? Nessie is still out there. I'd really appreciate your help.
Fetch work? Do it yourself.
We would, but we're past the point of no return on packing. We have to get this done if we want to leave in the morning. The longer we wait to go out and find her, the more chances of the blood bug repellent wearing off.
Just outside.
Kiddo.
Oh, okay. So it looks like if we pass a speech check, I think we can skip the entire quest. I can't remember how charismatic I am, so let's see.
And I want to ask
No way. Not worth it.
We're gonna have a harder time moving without Nessie to take the load. There's no harm.
Okay, let's save scum. Just so people see you can do it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this.
that'll be around here. And
Yeah, I think I've got a.
Franklin if he wants to
I can boost my charisma.
come with us.
You said just outside a second ago.
No way. Not worth it.
I guess it's stupid to delay for a Brahmin.
It is Julia. What were you thinking?
She would have wandered back by now if she could, so the repellent probably wore off by now anyway.
She's dead. Dead by
That's
aliens.
a right shame.
Right now, your mom and I need you to help us.
Hopefully once we
I'm sure
get our feet under us on this new spot,
spaceship.
we could get a new one.
Please help me dismantle the
So,
old generator. We can't
where are
bring
we
it with
off
us,
to?
but the parts will
You can go to Red Rocket.
help us get settled in the new place.
There you go.
Katie, could you? Katie, where do you think you're going?
Just outside.
Kiddo,
They're gonna
we
talk.
need you in here to
used
I
to
think the
being
quest is
alright
technically
hostess.
finished. There we go. Yep.
goodbye.
Finish the quest. That was a great quest. Thanks, Cynical. Fantastic writing. Let's move on. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to go back and look. Oh, wait. Quick save. So yeah, if you pass a speech check right there, if you don't want to have Franklin for whatever reason, you can just bypass that. Obviously, you get less XP.
That'll be around here.
You have less adventure, but you can just bypass it. But, you know, no, we will look for the smelly cow.
All right. I'll do it.
Great. Brahmin are creatures of habit. She probably wandered to her favorite pastures by Sunshine Tidings. You could check there first. Maybe look around for a bit. I doubt she went far. And watch out for blood bugs. Season's coming in early with the rains. I sprayed Nessie with repellent 2 days ago, but it wears off eventually. It's why I'm so worried about her.
Help me dismantle the old generator. We can't bring it with us, but the parts will
Sunshine
help us get settled in the new
Tidings.
place. Katie, could you... Katie?
Okay, I'm gonna save just here. I think we can probably save outside, but just in case.
Hello. Wait up! Nessie isn't at Sunshine Tidings.
Okay, if there's one thing we all know, it's that children are damn liars.
Get out of my way.
There we go. We don't have to listen to her. Sunshine Tidings. See, that's where the quest tells us to go. That kid was lying. Never listen to kids. If there's anything we learned from the ending of Mass Effect 3, it's that kids lie. Can't trust them. Can I climb up this? I can. It's getting dark. There we go. Okay. I think we're getting close. Almost. Uh-oh. Blood bugs. And I've got no action points. Where's that shotgun? Where's that shotgun? Where's my shotgun? I must have put it away. Okay. Yeah, you just got bad. Interesting. Cal, I have a bug to report. And I'm guessing it's never been picked up because people never do the quest this way. There should be a butchered Brahmin corpse here. And that's what the blood bugs were feasting on. I don't think it could have ragdolled away. I'm fairly sure it's a static thing. I'm not seeing it around, so it doesn't look like it's been misplaced. So, what's meant to happen is you get here, and we see there are blood bugs, and they are feasting on the corpse of a Brahmin. I'm sure you've all seen it's got like ribs poking out of it, and it's clearly been dead for a while. And we conclude that this... well, that was clearly Nessie, right? So we got to go back and give the bad news. That's right, Cynical, we're doing science. Look at Cal. Cal is already either on the job trying to replicate bugs, or just already knew that. The issue could have been the courier found me when I was sleeping and ran away, and I had to go up and talk to them. I'm not sure if that would have changed how things played out at all. Also, we really should get a fast travel point at the Hal's farm. I'm sorry, Cal. I'm throwing so many notes at you. These are probably notes I've already taken down during my last playthrough. I do that every time. Get like pages and pages of just tiny little polish notes. But the issue is always, it's generally someone else's job that I've just made. I've just given them work to do, and they're probably busy doing something more important. Boy, the pals sure picked a pain in the arse place to live. Okay, let's go call that kid a liar. because we found the non-existent Brahmin. It was there, we saw it. See, look at that little detail. You got the battery, the lights. I love that. I love this area.
I swear I had more mushrooms than that. Oh, you're back.
Okay, it looks like we can lie, so maybe we could just immediately come back and say, ah, we looked, we couldn't find the cow. But we did find the cow, so...
Dead.
Oh, I see. I guess it was too much to hope for that our little family could make it out of this cave unscathed.
Dead cow.
Still, that's a lot of years and effort wasted because of... I mean, I'll miss her terribly. She was a very special cow.
Very special cow.
No use delaying now, I guess. We'll have to leave some things behind without Nessie to take the load, but we'll head out soon. Thanks for trying. So, where exactly are we headed?
Quest completed! Where is my shotgun? There it is. Bam! Bam! That's right! I was a murderer all along.
Katie, I died a hero.
I bet no one's heard these lines. I'm sorry, Katie. I'm sure you won't die, but it's for science.
Tell me how it goes.
Get out of here, Katie. I don't want your kind in one of my settlements. I never come back.
I'll hide somewhere until it's over.
Okay, we're not being horrible, horrible people. We're gonna look at the save game. It's for science. So a lot of our characters have death lines. And you never hear them because they're often... what's the term? What is it when they're... So you have characters who you can just kill. You have characters who you can never kill. And then you have characters you can kill under certain conditions. And once you get a settler, they cannot die. I'm fairly sure. I think the player can kill them. Could be wrong about that. Protected, thank you. Yeah, so... Usually a lot of our characters are protected under many circumstances. So, like Jake has death lines. Now, his you do hear. Aiden has death lines. All of our characters have death lines, but you'll never hear a bunch of them because while the line is recorded, they're just never going to die. And that's true of a lot of vanilla characters as well in both Fallout 4 and games like
Wait
Skyrim.
up! Nessie isn't at Sunshine Tidings.
Alright, kid, I did just murder your family in an alternate timeline. I'll listen this time.
Calm down. Tell me what's going on.
Mom said Nessie wandered out to her pasture by that place with the creepy robot, but you're not going to find her there. Franklin the Martian took her. He's an alien, so he likes studying Earth things, like giddy-up Buttercup toys, comic books, and Brahmin. I'm sure he didn't hurt her, so you'll just have to go and ask him to give her back, and he will.
Well, we do all like to study Brahmin. I know I do. Tell me about this Franklin.
Who is this guy?
Franklin, he's from Mars. Has a spacesuit and a ray gun, but the gun is just for bad people. Raiders don't like aliens any more than Earthlings, so he needs the gun, but he doesn't use it on friends, I swear. And definitely not on Brahmin. If he knew we need Nessie today, he wouldn't have took her.
I see. Is this Franklin here with us right now?
Sure. Okay.
I know how it sounds, really. I wouldn't tell you if I didn't have to. You know, to keep him safe. But I don't want to leave without Nessie. Will you go? I wrote you a note to give to him, so he'll know you're a friend and that I sent you.
Ooh, let's try and pass the speech check.
Okay. What's really going on here?
Well, maybe Franklin didn't really take her himself. I just wanted to help him. Mom always talks about how special Nessie is, so I thought, if aliens want to study Brahmin, then they should study the best one around. Maybe even clone her. How cool would that be?
Oh, I see the quest started.
No problem. I'll bring her back.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you'd believe me. I'd go and get her myself, but you heard my dad. Take this note and he'll know I sent you. Franklin lives under the old ranger shack. Nessie is super safe with him, but Mom and Dad really want to leave soon, so we need her back. It's not far. I can show you where on your map, and you don't have to be scared of him. He's a very nice alien. And remember, no need to hurt him. He's nice.
Kill Franklin, got it. So let's see, this way. So we just got a note there from Katie, and that's a trick we sometimes use because we use pre-existing play lines. And if we can't find a line that works for the player, we'll just somehow have a different NPC deliver the information. So we will give a note from Katie, and that will explain, "Hello, I have come for the cow. I would like to bring the cow back to the farmers, please." It's essentially what the note says. I'm paraphrasing horribly, but it's because there aren't really enough play lines to give context to the NPC, so we have someone else do it instead. Sometimes if we have an NPC who's with you, like Jake, he will just say the words that the player can't say instead. So the player may give a prompt. Maybe it's just telling Jake to speak, or they'll say something kind of vague, and then Jake will fill in the details. And that's just one fun challenge of using pre-existing play lines. Okay, now, I'm going to test another thing. So we're meant to go in here, and I think we find a note from Franklin explaining where he's gone. And I do believe he has gone to the lockup over here. But I'm wondering if we can just skip that and go straight to where Franklin should... Now, technically, it makes sense that we can do this in the world, but maybe the quest hasn't been set up to allow this. I'm fairly sure I've tested this, but let's see. Can I jump on top of there? Nope. Oh, music! Run away from the music. I hear Nessie. I see cow.
Interloper.
There he is.
In your...
Okay, let's do it the proper way and make sure it works. So that's good to know. You can just skip it if you're just exploring and randomly happen to find the cow. Or if you're metagaming, because you know it's there. But what you're meant to do is you're meant to come in here. I've traumatized people by my murder of the poor family. So we come in here, and we don't find anything. There's no Franklin. Now, I've seen some people getting a bit lost here, so maybe we need to put a quest marker on this note here. And if we read it, it says, "Katie, I moved Nessie into the container where you won hide and seek the other day. Don't worry, I made sure our ghoulie friends know to leave her alone. Franklin." So there we go. Now we know where to go. Now, we have already been there. But now, in universe, we know where to go. Oop. Hello, cow. I see. Something you want to tell me?
Interloper. In your ignorance, you have invaded the sovereign territory of Mars. I am bound by honor to give you one warning before I take you to the Galactic Court by force. If you resist, I will be forced to use lethal force.
Oh no.
You're a ghoul.
I'm not a ghoul. If you could comprehend my language, you would know that you just delivered a grave insult to my mother. Leave before I get angry.
So we can rob him here. I'm going to save, and here we can.
Your money, all of it, now.
Nonsense. I have the authorization of the highest galactic court to be here. I will not be bullied by someone who has never even heard of them. I can see this planet is still not prepared to meet the Martian community. I will depart now. Be glad I do not take further offense at your threats.
Well, he's an alien. And clearly, aliens are no good. Bam! Oh no, he's a tough alien and I missed. Run away! Run away! Help me, cow! Where is he? Where is he? Oh. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, I think I'm probably gonna die this way. Help me, cow. Not cow. Cow. He's using radiation against me. Oh, I'm dead. Well, he was a mighty Martian. There is no shame in passing to him. Let's not try and rob him this time. How about that? It's interesting how few people I will see on streams actually take some of the evil, in quotations, paths. Sometimes it's just being a jerk. Trying to rob the guy, that's pretty evil. Did my game just... Is it frozen? It's taking a while to load there. Cynical says you can also try and actually succeed in robbing him. Is that a request for me to try and get that to succeed? I think I broke the game. The game did not like me attacking Franklin. Okay, we've learned a lesson. Rob Franklin, crash your game. Just don't do it. Okay, let's force quit that. Bling. And relaunch. Yeah, it's definitely crashed. I've closed it, but it's still running in the background. End task. There we go. Whoops! Oh no! I launched the game! And you'll never guess which window it's launched on. No! Not my secondary monitor. Why? Why? Oh no! Wait, now I gotta figure this out again. Damn it! Damn it, Franklin. Ah, okay. Back to chatting, so you don't have to look at a blank screen. I wish I knew why it did this. It's very upsetting. It's all a big circle. We're all back to how things were at the start. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Okay, I'm gonna search for Fallout 4. Change monitor. Fallout 4 launching on wrong monitor. Okay, apparently the fix for it, according to the Steam forums, is start the game on the launcher, on the settings, put it into windowed mode, click OK, drag it. So I've got to set it to windowed mode, drag it to the monitor I want on, then change the settings back. That's intuitive, of course. That's the way you would do it. Why would you not? Okay, so we're going to put it on windowed mode. Save and exit. Okay, run the game. There must be a setting somewhere that keeps record of this. Maybe it's in the INI, and I just don't know what it is. Because clearly it's just decided my secondary monitor is where it should be, and I cannot change its mind. Okay, the game's launched. I told it to launch in a window. Okay, this is weird now. The game's launched, it's running. It's not in any of my windows now that I've told it to be in windowed mode. Ah. Okay, apparently it's in a window, but it's in a window somewhere that doesn't exist. Yeah, let's just switch the INI back and see if that fixed it magically. Clearly something's gone wrong at some point. I think by it deciding to bump its resolution up. Okay. I want it in windowed mode, but not borderless windowed mode. Maybe that'll fix it. Let's see. Cynical says, is that the right way to pronounce INI file? I don't know. I've always called them INI files. And that's what I've always heard people refer to them as in my circles. Maybe it's an INI. I don't know. I think that's a GIF versus GIF debate. The correct pronunciation, by the way, is GIF. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a liar. GIF. Okay, the game's launching now, but it's launching somewhere, just not on any of my monitors. Why? Okay, maybe if I do this. Nope, that didn't help. I just changed my screen resolution back to what it should be. Because I have a fancy 4K screen that has busted pixels on it. I need to return it. And I turn the resolution down when I play Fallout 4 and when I stream. Just so it's taking the strain off the graphics card. Okay. I can launch the game in a window. The problem is the window exists in the ether. It is untangible. And I don't know how to get to it. Can't even hear it. I wonder if it's streaming on my tiny little screen that isn't plugged in. Let's plug it in. Let's see what's up there. I'm very sorry for the technical issues we've been having today. Okay, Windows says it didn't recognize the screen. So this mini screen is it's a USB screen. So it's very special. Okay, I think it got detected this time. It doesn't look like Fallout 4 is on that screen. So I don't know where it is. Okay, I'm going to try one thing very quick, and then I might just have to reset my computer. And cross my fingers that fixes it somehow. Okay, I've switched it back just to being full screen, so at least I'll be able to see the game. Oh! Oh, okay. Now it's on the right screen. I don't know why. I don't know why that would work. I hoped it would work. I can't tell you why it worked. Can I hear the game, though? That's the important thing. God, I hate technology. I mean, I love it, but God, I hate it. Okay, it's launching, but I can't hear it. What? Why can't I hear it? Erica says, I know it doesn't make sense when it's called the graphical interchange format, but the creator says it's pronounced GIF. Yeah, the creator's wrong. I've heard the creator say that. They're wrong. They are incorrect. they named it the wrong thing. It's called GIF. Okay, fun thing now. I can get the game to launch on the right screen, which is great. No sound though, for some reason. I wonder. Okay, there is sound. With all this plugging and unplugging of things, it just changed what my default sound output was. Okay, I'm going to relaunch the game. Hopefully it's on my... Oh! No! Oh, I'm going to swear for fuck's sake. I closed the game because I wasn't hearing any sound. I was like, okay, I got to close it and figure out what the sound issue is. Then I figured, oh, it's just that it switched over to using the wrong output. Launched the game back up. It's back on my secondary monitor. Why? 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 Just why? I don't know. We almost had it. We were so close. I want you to get over there. Hum. Okay. I'll call it GIF when it's pronounced giraffics. Good point. Good point. Okay, I got it on the right screen when I was just messing around with the INI and just changing settings back in 2, so let's just do that again. There is no rhyme or reason to this. Okay, I'm going to put it in windowed mode, save and exit. Launch the game. Game launches somewhere, just not on any of my windows for some reason. See, I love Bethesda. I really do. I can hear the game. But there are so many quirks to the engine, for example, not being able to change certain settings within the game itself. And things like this where just because of, I think, the age of the engine and just the workarounds that have been made, you just get weird, funky stuff like this that just happens sometimes. And it's like, you can't explain it. It makes no sense. Nope. Okay. Close Fallout 4. Switch it back to being full screen. And hope that fixes it randomly. Save. By the way, thank you very much for bearing with me while I try and figure this out. Nope, secondary. Like, the only fix I know off the top of my head now is to unplug all my monitors again and then plug them all back in, which I suppose would work. There needs to be an easier way than this. Okay, right now it's borderless window mode, I think. So does that work? No. No, it doesn't. Alright, I'm just going to have to unplug all my monitors again. I'm so sad. Okay, we can do this. And next time I'll have to figure out why it's doing this before I stream. This is a fun new thing it's decided to do today. I couldn't tell you why. Okay. We're down to just my main monitor. I'm gonna tell you to launch the game. It's thinking about it. Oh, it is thinking about it. Game launched. Okay, now I'm going to plug my secondary monitor back in. My computer isn't going to detect my secondary monitor, because why would it? Why? Okay, there we go. Secondary monitor is on. Fantastic. Now we move OBS over there. Move that over there. Erica asks, once that reloads, have you set it up so that the source is the game capture? I have. So I think it would find the right thing to stream. The only problem is then I'd be looking over here to my left, and as you hear, this isn't where my microphone is. My microphone is over here. And it's not easily moved over here. So, because this is my secondary screen, it's kind of like off to the side a little bit. I have a slightly weird desk setup. It works for me normally, just not today. But let's go back to game overlay. Launch the game. Hooray! And quickly load him before I get a copyright strike. Oof. Okay, Cynical, I'm not testing robbing Franklin, I'm afraid. I don't want to risk the game crashing again. I do seem to recall this is an area that can sometimes crash with reloads. I think I've had it happen here before, outside of playing one of our quests, so very sorry. I'm not going to rob him. Oh. Screen's having a bit of a think. There you go. you can enjoy the light show as I alt-tabbed out to make sure OBS is working. Okay, we're going to be nice. We're going to be nice to the alien.
Whoa. Let's calm down and talk about this.
Ah, invoking the interstellar right of ambassadorship. Very well. You may make your case for your presence. Be warned. Transgressing against the sacred ceasefire will trigger the electro-neuromagnetic traps that will boil the brain of any human in the room.
Oh, I have an intelligence check.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
But you're only a human. What could you possibly know of our technology?
Ooh. Cal, yes, still around. Cal, not cow. So we have a perk check there that needs the perk thing added to it. And also, correct formatting, Cynical. What are these round brackets? Those aren't the squarish brackets I'm fairly sure we use. Watch me be wrong now, and we do use the round brackets. But take note, Cal. 2 changes. We need the perk thing added to this one. I'm not sure if that's down on the fixes that have been put in or not. Because this is a side quest, technically. Not been new yet, okay. And these round brackets, these are 2. Oh. But let's hand over the notes.
I have something for you.
What's this? You have an offering for me? Usually humans bring me items for study, not scribblings. Wait. Katie? She's leaving? But I mean, I see the Chief Ambassador has... forget it. No point in keeping up the act now, I guess. It works better on children and Kent-out raiders anyway.
Wait a minute.
So, Katie couldn't come out here herself. And that's why she sent you, for Nessie.
He's not an alien? Okay, we're gonna be nice. We'll be nice to Franklin.
That's right.
The smelly thing is all yours. Good thing you came. I don't know how much longer I could stand around smelling her fertilizer. And, sorry for the act earlier. I've gotten kinda used to it, but I guess it won't be the same without Katie around. Doesn't like me very much after some of the experiments Katie thought would be fun to play at, but she should follow you back to the farm without a fuss. I'll miss Katie. Take care of her and her family, will ya?
We're not gonna let Franklin leave. Come work for me, fake alien.
Do you want to set up a permanent shop? I know the perfect place.
For real? I didn't expect you to say that. But a permanent place sounds amazing. Yeah, I can see it now. Franklin's Fine Martian Wares. Or Franklin's Emporium of Galactic... No, too long. You've got yourself a deal, human.
Hooray! Now we can't fast travel, so we gotta run all the way back. Because there's no map marker. Oh, we got Franklin's store. Wonderful. Okay, this way. Off we go. Oof, aren't technical issues just the best? I really got to figure out why the game has just decided to live on one screen, and then when I put it in windowed mode, it just exists nowhere. That's interesting. Makes no sense. Or what's the saying for Bethesda games? It's not a bug, it's a feature. There we go. It's all intentional. Jump. So I think what we're going to do is we'll wrap this quest up and we'll start the next main quest. And then we're probably going to leave it there for today. Because we wasted a lot of time messing around with things that were a pain in the ass and that we really shouldn't have been doing. How did Franklin get back here so fast?
Franklin!
Hi, Katie. Hello. Katie's parents.
You're Franklin? From Mars? I guess I can see it with the suit and the eyes and the gun.
Yeah. It's not really true. I'm a ghoul and not an alien, as you can see. I'm sorry for lying, Katie.
It's all right. I already knew that. I'm not dumb, you know. I've seen nice schools before, but it was so much fun to play, wasn't it?
You're a smart kid, Katie. I guess I needed to believe I was Franklin from Mars more than you did.
This is all very nice, but what about our Nessie?
She's back in her pen, safe and sound. And I'm sorry for taking her in the first place. I was going to...
Franklin, don't say that. Mom, Dad, I was the one that took Nessie out of her pen. I tried to go and get her back, but you wouldn't let me go.
And you should have told us that right away. What were you thinking? I was worried sick about her. Mr. Franklin, thank you for keeping Nessie safe and bringing her back. Well, I'm not sure how I feel about you playing aliens with my daughter.
She is a very special cow.
We're just going to move past that, says
In
Franklin.
fact, if you figure out how to make her milk glow, maybe we could team up. Things that glow sell faster.
Glowing Brahmin milk? Improbable, but I doubt anyone's tried before. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad she was abducted by an alien instead of wandering off by herself. And Franklin is... interesting. I always knew Katie was too smart to get that carried away with make-believe, but I wasn't expecting this.
Franklin, how you doing that?
He's definitely onto something with his branding, though. I've seen caravans cash out for less. I'll definitely talk more with him on the road. Speaking of, we're all packed up and ready. Are you all set?
I'm having second thoughts about Franklin. I don't think he's quite right.
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
So where are we heading?
Let's send them to... Okay, I think our main settlement is Starlight. Yeah, they can go to Starlight. Speak to Katie.
Hey,
I can't believe you convinced him to come with us. You're amazing, you know that? This'll be so much fun. Once I'm not grounded anymore anyway. True
Give me
superheroes
reward.
never ask for a reward.
Give me.
But they always deserve it.
Give me
I went and grabbed
it.
all this stuff from my secret hiding spot for you. Here.
That kid's rich, thank you! Alright, now we've finished the quest for real, without crashing. Or, you know, not being able to see the game. And now we have a game from Planet X. I couldn't tell you what the original version of this looked like. I think that'll be a question for Cynical on the forums if you want to poke and prod and pester her about it. I'm sure there's a story there. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. Okay, I do think we got a radio call. Is it this one?
Hey, this is a message for the Vault Dweller guy. I'm the gunner. From Vault 75. The one you met by the entrance. I got a warning for you. Algernon's plan has failed. Captain West got a hold of your computer thing, and he's figured out how to use it. I've been hearing radio chatter coming in from all over. I've never seen our comms this active. There's even clear signals from squads outside the Commonwealth. We've never been this well connected. But that's not the only reason I'm contacting you. Wes is finally making his move. He plans to bring the entire Commonwealth under gunner control. One of your settlements is about to be attacked. A squadron of gunners is on its way right now. I'm sending you the coordinates. If you're fast, you should make it there before them. Hey, good luck. And just so you know, not every gunner out there is your enemy.
This has been a pre-recorded message.
No.
Message repeats in 3 seconds.
Gotta head to Starlight. That's where I just sent the Powell family. No! We gotta go save them. I'm mostly just gonna hide and let most of my settlers deal with this. Especially Franklin. Assuming he gets here in time. So, here's a tidbit. If you recruit Wise and he gets you that warning, it allows you to have heads-up time preparing for the attack. Whilst if you don't recruit him, Jake's the one who radios you instead. And I believe the settlement has already gone silent. So when you arrive here, the gunners should already be here. So there is a mild advantage to getting Wise. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got a bit of ammo for that. Let's put Margaret over here. And shotgun there. Takes a few days for the pals to show up. God darn it. I could sleep, I suppose. Who's that? Is that Piper? Oh yeah, we left Piper here, didn't we? Let's go pick her up again. Before I forget.
Piper.
Heading my way?
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Because we don't want to miss companion dialogue in the quests. Okay, I'm fairly sure we just hang out here until the attack starts. Well, actually, thinking about the issues we've had at this place previously, where NPCs like to spawn up there somewhere. Oh my. The lead is fighting a Yogwai here. My dog being mauled to death. Huh? Oh, gunners. I think. No? Don't worry, I'm just panicking. We did it! We defeated the gunner bear. That's what we came here to do, right? Yeah, let's go check if the gunners have arrived, but they're just getting stuck up here. No, okay. I think we just have to hang out for a while. Maybe this is something we have to speed up once you arrive. Have a countdown start or something. Because I'm not currently sure what sets this off. Maybe it's like you just have to be here for a while, or there's a time from when you hear the radio call to arriving that the gunners will attack. Because we were quite close, so we didn't have far to travel. I'm gonna hide in this shack here. I'm gonna just pass an hour or two. I'm safe here. Oh, don't need to.
This settlement is now under our jurisdiction. You are warned to not resist. Aggression towards gunner forces will not be tolerated.
But where are
Submit
they?
to our authority, and no harm will come to you. The new beginning for the Commonwealth is near.
I think OS's broadcast will play once, and then the gunner should appear. Yeah, we go defend the starlight. Yep. Okay, sounds like they're over there, maybe. Oh, here they come.
This is Captain West.
Do we have any frag grenades? We have a mine.
Is now under our jurisdiction.
We'll do a quick save.
You are warned to not resist. Aggression towards gunner
Now, where are these guys gonna come from?
will not be tolerated.
Oh. Go step on the mine. Oh.
The new beginning for the Commonwealth.
Oh, run away, run away, run away, run away. I'll let my settlers deal with this. Let's hide in my big power armor. Nope. No action points. Run away. Okay, we need Stimax.
Warned to not resist. Aggression towards gunner forces
Yeah, we'll just come in here.
will not be tolerated.
We're safe in here.
Submit to our authority, and no harm will come to you.
Where are they?
The new beginning for the Commonwealth.
Okay, we really are safe in here. Where did they go? Okay, there's one. Damn it, can't hit it. There we go. Really need to make this into auto. Okay, we level up. Hooray! I was about to say, why isn't that guy helping us? It's a mannequin. That's why.
The new beginning for the Commonwealth.
Did we get him? Did we win? Is that all of them? I still got to defend. There might be a second wave. Oh.
Damn. Lost him.
Hit Sheffield. Apparently do want to hit a tree though. Ooh, I know what this is a job for. Margaret. Even though Margaret's good against Sims. I just saw that gunner up there. Where'd she go? I missed. I missed. I don't think I have any points in rifle, so I can't really use rats to hit these things. I'll just hide over here again. That worked last time. Oh, come on, that hit. Mike's clipping the edge of this building. Oh yeah, I'm just damn gonna quit even trying. Am I shooting Sheffield or a gunner? Okay, I'm shooting a gunner. That hurt. Run. I need an automatic weapon. Did we do it? Did we win Sheffield? Nope. There's so many. At least they're coming over the hill and they're not getting stuck on a little area they always have to get stuck on. How am I missing this guy? I missed anyway. Okay, just screw this. Come here. There we go. Yay! We won! Hooray! Get up, Piper. Oh, I'm still wearing my gunner disguise. Okay, let's shift over. Wait. Where's my vault suit? Did I... Huh. I must have stored it away. Okay, we don't have a vault suit anymore. We're now officially a gunner. Let's return to Jake and fill him in on the good news. And I think that will be where we call it today. I was hoping to get a bit more done, but next time. Jake.
Oh, hey. I just got a radio message from some gunner. What's all this about a settlement being attacked?
Some gunner, you say?
Who told you that?
I don't think he told me his name. He seemed to know you, though. Said he'd already contacted you.
What did you hear?
The guy I spoke to said the gunners had started using the comm hub, tied it to their radios somehow. And he said a squad was on its way to one of our settlements, said you were off to stop it. So what happened?
Oh, looks like we got the patchy face bug. I think we've figured out what causes that, where the beard clips into the face. It's something to do with how the face data is generated. Apparently there's a way to ensure it doesn't happen, but sometimes it still happens. Couldn't tell you why.
You've got nothing to worry about.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you've already dealt with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be smug about it too.
They won't be attacking any more settlements.
Oh, good. But I get the feeling this ain't the last we're gonna hear from them. We can't keep letting the gunners use the comm hub like this. But we got no idea where they've stashed it. I suppose for now we'll just have to stay on high alert. Oh, and good work at that settlement. And I hope you realize just how much I appreciate everything you do.
And inside, there's...
There's Piper, off to murder
Look
Jake.
at that! Armor.
We did it! Okay, we're going to leave it there for today, I think. Next time, we will go do the other recruiting quest to go get Anton and Audra, or Nox, depending on how we do the quest. Erica says the face patch bug is connected to the mouth type. It doesn't happen to the first mouth type on that list. See, that's what we figured out. And so, because we had this problem when putting together one of our trailers. And so we switched everyone's mouth to the first mouth type. It seemed to fix some of them, but not all of them. So there's something else going on behind the scenes that we don't quite understand. Because we did that fix and we were just flabbergasted because why is it still there? So that was interesting. Just one of the many quirks of Fallout 4. We still love it. I mean, look at that. This is yeah, I've got some texture mods, but the game I still think looks really well. Looks really good. It's held up well over the years, I think, because it's slightly stylized. So, what is it, like 5 years now old? Is it a bit older than 5 years? I think it still looks pretty good for an old game. Some of the characters look a bit janky sometimes. I think we've excused that for a long time of the Bethesda jank of it's the trade-off you have for allowing characters to have sort of free roam and allowing scripts to take care of a load of things. It gives you a less polished feel overall, but allows a lot more flexibility in terms of design and creating things and also making mods, so makes us happy. Yeah, apparently it's not foolproof. The method of trying to fix the Facebook thing of changing the mouth type. Release date was 2015 for Fallout 4. Wow. Doesn't seem that old. I mean, I'm just getting old now, so... it seems like a game I was only playing a few years ago when it came out. But, it's been, what, 8 years then? Yeah, that's a while. Still one of my favourite games. Obviously it is, because me and a bunch of others have spent 5 years modding it. It's Fallout 76's 5 years anniversary. That's what I'm thinking of in my head. That makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot of faults and quirks and just general things I think you can somewhat justifiably sometimes call out against Fallout 4 in terms of the engine, the story, just, you know, loads of little nitpicks. But clearly there's something about it that keeps people on our team wanting to work on it, keeps people who like to play SS2 working on it, playing it, using it. They don't work on it. Although some do. We have many people who have played SS2 and then decided to make content for it, which is wonderful. But I think Fallout 4 gets a hard rap sometimes. It's definitely flawed. There's loads of things you could bring up, including the story. I think even at this point Bethesda would agree that the story of Fallout 4 is one of the weaker elements of it, and just in general. We all saw in things like Far Harbor. I think is held up as being the. Is it Far Harbor? Yeah, it's Far Harbor. That's how people wish the Fallout 4 story was. Like, they clearly improve a few things, but having done something close to game development during the creation of SS2, I can understand how you can have a story and it just doesn't feel good. The difference with someone like Bethesda and someone like us is, by the time Bethesda's got everything kind of working, it's probably time to release really soon, so you can't go back and change huge story elements at this point. Maybe you could, but like, you really have to justify it. Benefit of a mod team, we have infinite time, really. The only deadlines are ones we set, so if we decide something's not working, we have all the time in the world to go retool it and think about it differently and maybe get new lines written, new lines voiced. It's probably a million times harder when you're doing it in sort of it's part of a big studio. So I do give Bethesda a little bit of leeway in terms of, I think at some point they knew the story wasn't the greatest, or I think they had to cut a lot out of it as well. I think things were a bit more in-depth at a certain point, and there are remnants of that you can find sometimes in the vanilla story, and sometimes in the cut content you can find either in the CK, or that people have done data diving and found things that were removed. And there's just maybe it's just like a line of code somewhere, or just a single dialogue from a character, and they didn't realize, oh, this quest actually had an alternate way of playing out. That would have been interesting. But it just had to be cut, because like it wasn't working, they ran out of time. Could be anything. Yeah, I like Fallout 4. I think most of us watching, if you're still watching, well done. Thank you. I think most watching like Fallout 4, or you just really like SS2. But it's no New Vegas, and I think probably the team at Bethesda are so sick of hearing that. But you know, a lot of the people who worked in New Vegas, they worked on the original Fallout, so it makes sense that they were able to deliver something a lot more impactful. Love them both, says Cal. Is that a Fallout 4 in New Vegas or Fallout 4 Vanilla and the DLC? Hello, Nightingale. Ooh, I was worried they didn't have a voice line then. It's just they're too far away. Yeah, let's save the game. As always, any questions or queries? Now's the time to ask. As we wrap up for today. There we go. OBS is behaving. Wonderful. Erica says, I love Fallout 4, but got to admit, I was almost ready to quit before I found SS2. Really? Is that just because you played it so many times and you're bored of the story? The thing that for me always brings me back to games like Fallout 4 and Skyrim is it's really fun just to wander around in the world. Like, you can make up your own story, especially in Skyrim. I think that's... There are so many times I've replayed that and just ignored the actual main quest. I've just gone off and I'm going to go join the Thieves Guild in this playthrough and be a thief. This time I'm just going to be a hunter in the wild. I'm going to be a mage this time. Fallout 4 doesn't do that quite as well, but it still has a lot of those elements, and I think a lot of them were polished and refined in Fallout 4. So I enjoy the gameplay a lot. I enjoy the exploration, the looting, the combat. I think they hit the nail on the head quite, not perfectly, but like near enough in Fallout 4 in terms of the mechanics. If it had a better story, I think it would be held as like one of the best games of all time. I mean, it already is. It already is held as one of the best games of all time. But with those caveats of like, it isn't maybe the best story. Nick Carter says, mods like SS2 and Legacy of the Dragonborn make me come back to games. I've heard very good things about Legacy of the Dragonborn. I've not played with it yet, but it's like on my list of mods to install next time I get around to doing a proper playthrough of Skyrim. Because it always takes so long to do a mod list and get everything working. It becomes almost as much time putting the mod list together and making sure everything works. You spend almost as much time doing that as playing the game sometimes. Like my current playthrough of Fallout 4, I stopped doing because work things came up and I got distracted and played other games. So I'm already tempted just to go back and start tinkering and start again, but maybe I should just go back and just finish the game I started. Annoyingly, I used one of those online builds that recommends some mods. You know, here's a good mod that fixes this, here's a good mod that fixes that, and we've tested it and it all works well together. But they recommended a patch. I think it's the Fate patch, which I think's been taken off the Nexus now. And I think the Fate patch did a lot more tinkering behind the scenes than people realized. And it ended up breaking a lot of stuff as a result. And so now I think the creator took it down for that very reason. Unfortunately, my current playthrough has it. And as we all know, removing mods halfway through a playthrough, it's not recommended. You're better off just leaving it there and dealing with it. But it does add a few... things seem to be mostly stable in my game, but I have noticed a few quirks. I think one of the things introduced by the Fate patch is if you hold down the melee attack, you just keep swinging it and swinging and swinging and swinging like full speed, no matter what the size of your weapon is. So it's really easy to cheese things just by running up to them and smacking them, and they can't react, and you don't really run out of stamina, and like, yeah, that feels bad, that's not fun. So I just had to stop using melee weapons because I didn't want to accidentally make the game too easy. Canuck asks, have you used companion mod Inigo in Skyrim? I haven't. If it's the one I'm thinking of, that I think I've heard good things about as well. What's the one that Chris made? Chris Takahashi. That's not that one. That's something of Skyrim. Characters of Skyrim, people of Skyrim. Help me out. That's like the go-to to add more characters to the game. That I think I have played with that one. I did like that. That's the last one I played with in terms of interesting NPCs. Thank you, Carl. Yes. That one I liked. And obviously it was good because, well, he's working for Bethesda now. Like, they saw, yep, there's a guy, he's doing a good job there. Cal says, I'm obsessed with... Is it Inigo? Inigo. Inigo. And I've only played with him for 5 days. Oh, he's a blue and purple Khajiit. Oh, okay. See, I want to say indigo, but like there's a D missing there, or something. I say this as someone who writes and has no idea how to spell things. Maybe that is how you spell indigo, and my brain just isn't working right now. Or maybe it's Inigo. Inigo. I and Iago. Cal says, however you say the name ago, has insane dialogue conditioning that blows my mind. Ah, okay. That's interesting. So, he'll sort of comment on many things you do and, like, keep track of the precise thing you did. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun to write. I give a small golf clap to the writer for that mod then. Because I can already know off the top of my head how much of a pain in the arse that would be. Especially if you're keeping track of a narrative as well. If it's just commenting on just things around you, that's difficult enough. If you add in a narrative you've got to keep track of and then comment on all the things and the narrative at the same time and it still makes sense, ugh, I don't want to do that. Thousands of lines. I'll have to check it out. I can be very picky when it comes to quest mods and companion mods. I used to... I say I used to. I love playing Baldur's Gate. It's one of my favourite games of all time. And there's so much content that's been made for that over the years, including a bunch of quest mods, NPC mods, expansion mods. Some of them I used to play with, but as I got more into writing and being able to recognise, in quotations, good writing, all the bad stuff just sticks out. Like, it doesn't even have to be bad, it just has to be sort of... They made a typical writing mistake. And that's enough to ruin it for me. I'm so picky when it comes to writing now. Double-edged sword of learning how it's done. You learn all the tricks, you learn all the mistakes, and then when you see too many of the mistakes, or it becomes too predictable. That's another thing. If it's written too formulaic, then you can predict everything and it becomes boring. So it can be written well. It's just you see where everything's going. So you're like, oh, if I was writing it, I'd do it this way. Oh, that's what they did. Okay. Well, then I know how this is all going to go, and that's boring. So I'll check it out, though. I like to at least, if it looks good and it looks well made, and good voice acting as well, I hope. That it doesn't matter how well something is written. If it's bad voice acting, I can't stand it. And I hate having unvoiced. I've done that occasionally on some Baldur's Gate mods, where... And some of these mods were made like 25 years ago, so I can't be too critical. Like, they're not going to have top-of-the-range condenser mics 25 years ago if you're a hobbyist making mods for Baldur's Gate. It's not going to happen. And you're not going to be a voice actor, and you're not going to find a voice actor. You're not going to be able to hire one online. So I completely understand why the quality is what it is. But the quality is so bad on some of those mods, it's like I just have to go in and remove the dialogue so the character's silent. You can get away with that in a game like Baldur's Gate, because only some of the dialogue in that game is voiced, so it's not too crazy to do that. But to do it in something like Skyrim or Fallout and have an unvoiced character, can't stand it. I don't like it. I have such high standards, I'm easy to please. So I'm gonna look that up once my stream's done. No one's told me how to say it properly yet, so I'm gonna assume Inigo, or Inigo is the right way to say it. Inigo works well with the Villager companion. I don't think I know that. It's been so long since I've played Skyrim properly that there's probably like loads of mods that are great that I've just not gotten around to. Gopher has done a mod video, I'm going to assume that is. I don't know why, but on the stream chat, there's a big... Yeah, it's so you can put an emoji. So at the moment, it's a love heart. It's a love heart emoji, and it's covering up some of the dialogue sometimes that gets written, so I can't see it. Yeah, Gopher's done a mod vid on Inigo. Okay. That'll make it a bit easier if I can go look at someone's playthrough. And judge for myself. Sometimes there can be great mods that have, a companion character or quests, and they don't bother uploading like a video that shows some of it off. So if they just did that, I guarantee they get more people downloading it because they can see, oh, it's well written or it's well voice acted. And that's going to be enough to pull some people in who maybe, like myself, would be a bit more critical and just would be like, nah. Vilja is a female Nord made famous in Oblivion. Is it a vanilla character in Oblivion or a mod character in Oblivion? Oh wait, maybe, I think I have maybe seen someone play through that one. That rings a bell. I think I've seen, like someone who plays Fallout 4 mods and Skyrim mods playing that. I think you're on a boat at a certain point, a mod character, okay. I've recollections, I think I've seen this at some point. I do like to, try to keep up on sort of the mod news and so on, so I do watch a lot of the typical YouTube mod reviewers or mod players with a Swedish accent. Now, is it an authentic Swedish accent, or is it someone doing a Swedish accent? Either one is funny. I'm waiting for Nick to respond. I need to know. Is it real? Is it a real Swedish accent? Authentic? Okay. Still funny. The Swedish... I don't think the Swedish will mind me saying, they got a funny accent. Although, if you wanted to be authentic, surely it would have to be a Norwegian accent. That would be a true accent for a Nord character. And yeah, the Swedes kinda count, but not really. They're not proper ones. They wish they were Nords. Okay. How long have we been streaming for? Let's see. I'm sure it says it here somewhere. Stream settings, analytics. I think it's been 2, maybe 3 hours. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up soon. So any more questions you want to throw in? Swedes are wusses, says the chat. That wasn't me, that was the chat. I would never say that. Erica says, as a Swede, I can confirm. See? That's the one thing you can safely say about the Swedes is they tend to have a sense of humor about themselves, and that's why I like them. They tend to be somewhat aware of themselves. You have some countries and cultures who don't do the whole self-deprecating humor thing. Sweden seems to be one of those countries from the Swedes I've interacted with. Tend to be quite self-aware and don't mind a joke or two, and that's why I like them. Although I also know some Norwegians, and of course they have some opinions on the Swedes, and I'm sure the Swedes have opinions on them as well. But mostly it seems to be what would you call it? Banter in good faith, I suppose. They both it's like the English and the French. There's a certain French fellow who's in our community. I won't name him, but we all know who he is. I think we were quite respectful of each other, but we definitely had some of the English and French jokes back into, and it was funny. I enjoyed it. You have some special countries out there that have very, very special relationships with each other, and I think sibling love. Yeah, I think that's a good term for it. You have a sibling love between certain countries, and so I like that. Erica says, yep, we make fun of the Norwegians and they make fun of us. Classic sibling love. Well, on that very international note, I think we're going to leave it there for today. I am very thankful for everyone sticking with me, especially when we had those wonderful technical issues. I'm going to try to fiddle about with that and find out what keeps causing it so we don't have it next week. I will be streaming next week, assuming that something doesn't come up, or I don't forget. I don't think I will forget. I almost forgot this week, though. I think we might get 2 or 3 main quests in, assuming that we don't have any technical issues. And we got some good ones coming up. Ones that there's quite a bit of backstory in terms of the development of the quests in early stages and even like middle to late stages. I know one of the quests coming up was at one point the ending of SS2. We were just going to finish things there. Like, you did the story, that's it. Enjoy. Oh, thank you very much, Canon. Great chat. Yes. Great stream. Bye, chat. All the words. Bye. I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching, and let's see if OBS behaves. I'll see you next time.